I always make the joke that whenever it rains in Senegal, that people have been listening to Africa by Toto a little too much. Because why is it raining? I guess I will explain about raining season in Senegal. Hello everyone, welcome back to Senegalese Twisted. I am the unofficial ambassador of Senegal. I am currently in Dakar. It's raining. Welcome to the first episode of Over Explained, and in this episode I am gonna talk about raining season in Senegal. Let's go. So in Senegal you have a very long dry season and a raining season. So I'm gonna read a little bit of details about raining season in Senegal, and you have to know that the climate in Senegal in general is considered a tropical climate. The weather is like kind of always hot and humid. However, when it's like raining season, it gets extra hot and extra humid. On top of that, in Senegal we have like the northern part of Senegal and the southern part of Senegal. The rainy season starts from late June to early October in the north, which is where I'm at now. I'm in Dakar, and it's considered part of the northern part of Senegal. And it's now October 10th, so we are kind of at the end of raining season. And the raining season is from late May to late October in the south, and this is due to the African monsoon, which arrives from the south during summer. So the dry season in the north is from mid-October to mid-June, and in the south from early November to mid-May. So the only difference between those two regions is actually like half a month or so for like dry season and raining season. However, you should know that in the north it is more considered to be like semi-desert when you look at the landscape, and if you look at the south it's more like a savanna. So you will see more forests like along the rivers, and it's much more green in the south. I still have to explore the south, but soon I will explore the south. So now I want to read a little bit about the rainfall, like the exact rainfall in both regions. In the north and the center, which is part of the Sahel, the rainfall is below 600 millimeters. Okay, that is about 23.5 inches of rainfall each year for that region. For the south, however, the annual rainfall is much more abundant and is between 600 and 1400 millimeters. So it's between 23.5 and 55 inches per year, which is very interesting. And there are also stats on like the coldest month is February, the wettest month is August, and the windiest month is April. I do have to say that Dakar is considered like a mild area, even though I'm always suffering over here. So because we are in Dakar, Dakar is actually considered like the mild climate. Like we have a mild climate because Dakar in general is like a peninsula, and the city of Dakar is right on the peninsula, so we are overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, and we are blessed with the breeze from the ocean. And if you look, for example, if I look for example to Podor as a comparison, which is all the way in the north, mind you, semi-desert, Podor has much higher temperatures. Like you can have like 45 degrees or even more. So that's really something that you need to consider. Even if you want to come travel to Dakar, to Senegal during raining season, please keep it in mind that, you know, it will rain, and the rain is not like small rain. It's usually a lot of rain, especially in Dakar, because in some places the water doesn't have anywhere to go, so it just sits. And if you think about construction of Senegalese houses, it's interesting because most houses are half open. So for example, the house that I live in here, we have like a court, but inside the house, so that part is open. So if it rains, it just gets into the house. But we are lucky because we have a drain in the court and the water just flows through it. But not a lot of people have that, because I think that whenever houses were built in Dakar, for example, like before, they didn't really consider raining season, so we experience a lot of flooding. People have lost their lives, their livelihoods, their belongings due to raining season in Senegal. And the sad part of it is that it happens every year, because every year we know raining season is about to come. However, we can't do anything about the houses that were already built here, and that's the sad part. Another thing that I wanted to say is that it's actually interesting because you can feel whenever it's gonna rain. Yes, so for example, before it rains, it gets super hot, very humid, very hot, and like the day before it's gonna rain or the day it is gonna rain, it's always like a cool breeze that's really, really nice, and it makes you think like, it may rain soon. And it also gets clouded because there's no sunlight, it's only clouds, and you can just feel it in the air that it's about to rain. Like last night, it was super windy, it was super nice, and then all of a sudden, it was raining. So let's talk a little bit about climate issues. So what I have noticed is that raining season has started a little bit later. Like when I came here 2 years ago, the raining season started really late, and it barely rained actually. Like this year it has rained, but also it's not a lot. Because sometimes you would have, I remember having like 3 days in a row that it would rain, and I would be like, oh my god, it's raining again. But like this year I didn't really experience it. And another thing is that it gets so much hotter than it did before. Like 2 years ago when I came here, raining season already started. It didn't rain yet, but the season was there. It was really hot, and I thought to myself, oh my god, I can't survive this. But like this year I came like right before raining season, so I was able to actually ease into the raining season. Yeah, which was much better because I have survived, and I'm glad that raining season is almost over. But I think that if it would be raining season for like 2 extra months, I would have survived. As the last time I came here, I don't think I could have had raining season like for any day longer because I was over it. Done. That was over explained about raining season in Senegal. Please let me know if you have any questions, any remarks. Maybe you have noticed something about climate change while in Senegal or wherever you are at. Maybe you have other things to say about raining season in Senegal. Definitely let me know. Let's talk about it. And I hope to see you in my next over explained video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in my next video.